Hi everybody, it's Jenny Druitt from That's Crafty Stampers in Langwarrin, Victoria. And I'm not sure if you're aware, but today is the 1st of October and it's World Card Making Day. So I thought I'd do my part in showing you a quick little project to do that you can send on to a friend to let them know that you're thinking of you. And those of you who have used Stampin' Up products will all know that with Stampin' Up everything coordinates beautifully, so it takes all the guesswork out of making beautiful products. So the project that I decided to show you today is a little tiny gift card holder, and it's made with a C6 size envelope. Now everyone should have envelopes at home. If you haven't, the best type to use for this is the one that has an opening across the back like this, not the V. If you can't get any, Stampin' Up do have the C6 envelopes in here in the catalogue on page 137, and you get 40 in a pack in white and vanilla, and they have the perfect backing on this to do this little project. So we're using, this is a little gift card holder here that opens up, and it's got a little pocket that you can put either money, or you could put a gift card holder in, or you could even write a little letter and pop in there and send off to someone. Years ago everyone used to write letters, and it was so nice to go to the letterbox and get a nice handwritten letter, or even better still, a handmade card in the mail. It doesn't seem to happen a lot these days, so let's get that happening again. So the set that we're using to make this project, and I've made a whole lot of projects here with this set, is in the mini catalogue, the Christmas catalogue here. And it's called the Kindest Gnome bundle. So they're gorgeous little gnomes. There's matching dies, there's matching paper. So the stamp set I will show you is here. So there's all these really cute little gnomes. There's a mushroom design, a little girl gnome. There's also some nice Christmas wishes in there and other wishes, other verses, and there's also the dies that match all of these stamps. So here's the stamped images here, and here's the die cut images. There is also paper that matches this set, and it comes in a 12 by 12 format. You get 12 sheets, 2 of each design, and the dies actually match the paper as well. So if you notice, this one here matches this one here, and then this one here will match these little guys. So these will die cut the paper out as well as the stamped images. And there's also a mushroom design and stamp. So this mushroom die will cut all these mushrooms out. So a very versatile set. The paper is absolutely gorgeous. So there are all the designs. You get 6 different designs, 2 of each design, and then really nice designs on the back as well. So very, very pretty paper. So we'll get started with the project. Really quick and easy to do. And the dies that I'm using are just this little builder gnome. There's no stamps to this, but there's dies that will cut out the hat, the nose, the beard, the feet, the little grassy design, the toadstools. And you can also use these little toadstools to make arms at the side of the gnome with the little nose as the hands. And you can make little dancing gnome cards, all sorts of things. So this is one that I might do a video on next time, of a dancing gnome. I think it was Susan Camfield made one, and I loved it so much I thought I'd case it but just change it up a bit. So the next video that I'll make after this one will be on the dancing gnome card, and I'll also teach you how to re-ink your blender pens up using rubbing alcohol and your ink refills. So stay tuned for that one. But we're going to make this little card here really quick and easy, and I'm also going to give you a tip about the little mini stamping emboss machine. if any of you have got this, you may be struggling with putting some of the dies through with the way Stampin' Up say to use it. So I'll show you another way of doing that that's easier. So we're going to start with a C6 size envelope like this, and we're going to fold it in half and just burnish it with your bone folder. You're then going to get a pair of scissors, and you're going to, where that's folded, just going to open it up, and you're going to cut this up that score line like that, so, and you're just going to take a little wedge out of here. And then you, because this has got a peel and stick flap, you're just going to peel one side off, stick this down. We're going to decorate the front, the back and the inside. And I've got everything cut out. So you can just use, the beauty of this is you're just using up scraps that you've already got at home of whatever cardstock and designer series paper. I've used a designer series paper called Sunprint. So this could be for a Christmas card, or it could be for a birthday card, anything. So, and I've got grey granite. This is grey granite. This is a Sunprint designer series paper. So you just measure up your card and make 2 layers to go on that. So I'm just going to put this designer series paper onto the grey granite. So we're decorating the front of the little gift card holder. Then we're going to stick the main coloured grey granite with the designer series paper on the front. So that's the front all decorated. For the inside, I'm using another piece of designer series paper out of the same set, just to sort of cover the inside, the left-hand side. That's just to take the plainness off it. And then a little strip just to decorate this part here. So just gonna stick that on there. So this is the part that's going to have the gift card holder in it, or a letter, or money, whatever you wish to put inside it. Then we're going to trim the end off here. And then you could put a stamped image on there like I've done here. So to do the little gnome and also the back, we're going to use an embossing folder on the back, and we're going to run it through the big shot machine, the little Mini Cut and Emboss machine. This is a great little machine. It's nice and compact. You can also get the bigger machine, which is great too. It's portable, so it folds up like that. When you get your platforms, you get all these platforms when you get the machine. I think it's $110 Australian. So you get platform 1. You also get 2 cutting platforms. This is what you do all your die cutting with. And then you get a couple of embossing platforms. Now, in the instructions, Stampin' Up say to use platform 1 when you're die cutting, and then put these through with your cardstock and your die and in. I find it's a little bit tight, and there was a really good YouTube video that Jane Allmark sent, and she worked it out that if you actually don't use number 1, put number 1 aside, don't use it at all, use number 3. Use number 3 when you're die cutting, and also when you're using your other embossing folder on the top. You use your die cutting plate. I'm just going to put a little bit of smoky slate cardstock in there, and I'm just going to cut, I've got everything cut out, but just to show you the detail that these dies have on them, they're absolutely gorgeous. I'm cutting the beard out at the moment, so I'm just going to put that plate on, and I'm going to run that through. Goes through really easily using this layering system. So that's the beard. And you'll notice on the beard, I've got one cut here, that it has all the indentations of the beard. It also has the placing of where the nose goes, and where the little hat goes. So I've done all the die cutting out to put the card together. We're also going to run this, I'm going to decorate the back of the gift card holder. So I've cut out a piece of cardstock that will match that. Then these two embossing folders are called Wintry 3D embossing folders. There's a snowflake design and there's also a nice pine reef design. I'll use the snowflake design, put the cardstock in that. These are quite good too, embossing folders. If you're cake decorating and you've got fondant icing rolled out and you want to decorate little cupcakes, you can just press the embossing folder onto your fondant icing and it'll leave that design on it. So a good little tip for cake decorators. So just place that inside there. We're using that same platform at the bottom, number 3. We're putting the embossing folder in, and because this is a 3D embossing folder, we're using plate number 4. So we're going to run that through, and that's going to emboss that panel just to give it a bit of texture. So that's that all finished. So now we can put the card together. So I've got the front done, the inside. I'm just going to put this on the back. This with a bit of multi-purpose glue. This is really good. It sticks really quickly, but you've still got a bit of wiggle room to manoeuvre it for lining it up. Now we're going to make the little gnome. So I've got all the pieces cut here. I'm just going to tip these out. So I'm going to start with his feet, and he's got like little lace designs in the embossing on there. I don't know whether the camera will pick that up, but we'll stick his little feet on. It's a cute little card, this. I love working with these gnomes. They're just adorable. We're then going to put the beard on. And we'll position that about there. We're going to put his little nose on where the indentations are for his nose. Stick that on there like that. And then the hat goes where those lines are. Just going to put that over there. Pop this over here. So that's his hat done. You could even emboss that through an embossing folder too if you wanted to. And then we're going to put a little bit more glue on there. Okay, I'm going to put a little message that says sending you a paper hug. Because this is World Card Making Day, I'm going to put a little message in here and send some to someone special. And I'll show you that little note in a minute. We'll just put this little grassy bit on. All these dies are in this set for the Kindest Gnomes. So you get quite a lot of dies. This will just add a little bit of colour. We're also going to put this stem on for the mushroom. Pop that behind there. There's 2 mushrooms in the set. There's a big one and a small one. And there's also 2 stems, a big one and a small one. But these also, if you put them on this way, if you wanted to have little arms on the mushroom, you could pop them under there because it's got like a rib design on it. And then you could put the little nose as a hand. And I think you'll see that on how I've done that on the Dancing Gnome card. I'll put the little hands across there with the reef on it. So this is going to be a mushroom that sits there. And then Stampin' Up have this product called Pearlized Enamel Effects. It comes in black, white and red. And this is great for doing the little pearl accents onto the mushrooms. So I've used the white one on that. So you just pop it on and let it dry. And then what I've done with this one, I've written a little note. What I thought would be nice to do for World Card Making Day is if you'd like to send a little note to someone. I've written a note to someone very special. So I've written a little note, and if you wanted to make your own note paper, you can always use Stampin' Up stamp sets. I've used this one here because it's really hard to buy note paper. I just had some parchment paper and I stamped these cute little ducks on here and the fig design up here. Did a bit of blending with the blending brush, and that makes lovely white writing paper. So you can make your own writing paper. I'm just going to fold this up. And what I've said on this note virtually is I've written to someone letting them know I'm thinking of them, and if they'd like to repost this little gift card holder onto someone and put their own note in it, it's like an everlasting card that gets sent on from one person to another. I'm just going to, I've die cut some little hearts there, and I'm going to pop those in. So when they open the card, the little hearts will come out. So that's going to go into the little pocket, and I would decorate that as well. And then I wouldn't seal that, because when they get it and read the note, they might like to send that on to someone that they're thinking of as well. So that'll fit into a C6 size envelope. So with this little project, if you're wanting to make one of these, everything will be on my That's Crafty Stampin' Up website, including all the all the items that I've used to do it. If you want to order anything, you can go straight to my online store, and Stampin' Up have a special coming on the 4th of October that any orders over $65 will receive free shipping. I've also got my email address here if anyone wants to contact me or ask me anything. And what I'll do is if anyone does put any orders in, it doesn't matter how much the order is, I will be sending you a little kit like this with everything cut out, ready for you to stick together so that you can send it on to someone that you're caring about. There's some other projects here done with this is just a little treat holder using a 6x6 piece of designer series paper. So a good way of using your designer series paper up, also your scraps, and making some nice projects. And if you're after Christmas gift tag ideas, this is a set called Celebration Tag Dies. They're all the dies that it does, and I've just made a few sample ones up here for you to see. So these are the little candles that are here, and then you can write a little message inside and tie it on a gift. You can also make shaker cards with this. It covers formal, everyday, birthday and Christmas. So lots of ideas there for you. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and anyone that does live out in the country that can't get to workshops, the online classes are really good. I do run classes from home if anyone's interested and they live in near Langwarrin or Frankston. All my workshop dates will be on the events section of my website. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you like the video and would like to see how to make the dancing gnome card next time I do a video, just hit the subscribe button as well as the little bell, and you'll always be notified when the next video will be coming up. Happy crafting everyone, and I hope you enjoy your day. Bye.